Settle down, everybody. Get in your seats. Get in your silly little assigned seats with all your little names. Yep, that means you, Isaac. Yep. Hello. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Will. Hi, Zebra. Sprudge. Spore Bridge. I got some tissues. I got some water. I got some friends. And we got some Ace Attorney. I hadn't taken any medicine today, so I've been sick. And I've just been sipping, just a head cold. And I've been sipping some daytime Medi. And I hadn't taken any today. But I took a sip before this. And whenever I do, it always activates me for like a couple minutes. Where suddenly, like, I don't know, something like triggers in my nose, and my eyes start watering, and fucking snot just pours out of my nose like a waterfall. But then I'm good. Hey, Zebra, thanks. I thought of it last second. I was like, man, I really don't even have a stream title. Let me think of one. And then I was like, oh yeah, remember that bit I used to do. What can I do with that? Important ground rule, guys, for the timeline. This takes place before Case 1. Right. Yeah, so this is before Case 1. So Kazuichi won't be there, because, you know, why would he be there? His dad's not there, right? But Natsuno is still there, and here's why. Will. Because, if you recall, when asked where Haru was, I said that this takes place during Persona 5 Striker, so she's out on her trip. And right now, in Ace Attorney, it's summertime. It's the summer trip, so that's why she's out on her trip. She's out on her summertime Striker's trip for her. Yep, so he got Natsuno to fill in. This is the first one where she filled in. It was only her second one earlier. And yep, and he liked her so much that yep, she kept her job, yep. A post-Haru pre-Kazuichi world, yep. Yo, what's up, Calm? Alright. Where do we live? This game, let's play. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. Part 2-1. Trial Moon. June 21st, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Yeah, guys, we are so fucking back. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No. I heard it's his successor this time. I can't remember if this was an aspect of the actual game or if this is something we made up, but didn't he have a taser or something? Did Von Karma not tase us at one point? It's just like a bleach. Yep. He had a taser. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was real. Okay. Was that before or after the finger bullets? The air bullets. Must have been after, right? Oh, that's right. Maya got zappy powers. Yeah, I do remember that. Was that also real or a bit? The line is so blurred. Yeah. That was a bit, okay. But you could see how I thought it was real, though. Successor? No. Manfred von Karma. He was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. Dua. Yo, what's up, Kingo? Yeah. Yo, hot cocoa. So Hypixel. Hypixel. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. 40% of bits become real anyway. Yeah, so true. There he is. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. We've already dealt with one of his successors, Edgeworth, and we kicked his ass. We kicked his Grinch ass, and now we don't know where he is, up in the mountains or something, probably. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Ah! Dua! Pearly! Oh, it's just checking. You came! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Your mother. Von Karma doesn't even teach PO yet. Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came by all yourself? Yep, we got us a little scrimblow, Maya. Yep. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Dua. Where'd you pick up that kind of language? Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Well, it's just a straight line. She is so brave. It's just a straight line from the village to the city. The only scary part is passing by the detention center. the scary men booed and hissed at me. Oh! Of course not. I ran. I can't. Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train. Train? But I ran really fast past the holding grounds. Pearly? What about the train? Huh? What's a train? Running into the... It's gone! It burned! Aw, he would help her out, though. Just like he helped out Nana. She goes by on the bus, yeah, and she just... Terrain! Look at this. I am obsessed with this girl. Monami if she were a little girl. And real. And not a rabbit. Creature. Had some K-cups too. Yo! Mia 1, Mia 2, Mia 1, Mia 2, Mia 1, Mia 2. Terrain! I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? Like, oh man, what kind of powers is she gonna have, Nick? Oh, hell yeah, they do. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Oh, he would be too. For the girl, I'll go easy on her. 10 years. Mr. Edgeworth! Who is that? Oh, you're gonna love him. Mr. Edgeworth loves us. Alright. Who wants to make some art? Who wants who wants to make little pearly Cindy Lou Who? Mr. Edgeworth? Where are you going? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Ah! There he is. King, 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 king. Everybody post it. I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Pearly Lou Who just gab. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life... Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot, you don't know. There was this whole case... And someone in Edgeworth's car got murdered. They had to get him a new Chevy car or truck for him, Edgeworth. And now we don't know where he is, apparently. He's gone. And he's not coming back. No. He drove off in his new Chevy car or truck for him. What? Ooh, wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? They're not gonna have Winston Payne, are they? That guy sucks, and his stupid little... Have you ever met his kid, Nick? Oh my god, he sucks. No, I haven't met his kid. Oh, he's just the worst, Nick. Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Oh yeah, Maya knows. How could she not? She's Mystic Maya. Let's go. Now is not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? June 21st, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh my god, us. Smack her. That was your cue, Miss Minami. Oh, sorry. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Yo, she got the grip. She got the Von Karma grip. Zebra. Yeah, Snack, you might have wrote yourself out of this one. It's a little embarrassing. She. Beep beep. What the fuck? What is with this kid? Anyway, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem so mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh! You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? How could a woman go through cock check, you may be thinking. Well, needn't you worry about that, isn't that right, Judge? Oh, I too was quite surprised. But made it through, she did! Made it through, she did! Here, let me get out my gavel and show you how big. I mean, Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? Woman can be like a man could? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. Raw. What number are you in the organization? It must be like 3 or something, right? Forgot about Haru's grandmother. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Oh, fuck. They gave her a whip, huh? They gave her a whip. What do they call her? She's the, She's, They call her the, They call her, Trying to think of like a good Organization 13 name for her. Was Haru? No, Haru is not the judge's granddaughter. No, they're not related. She's the, No, I'm trying to think of like they call Axel the like, what are their like nicknames? I can't think of any off the top of my head. Right, yeah. So like the Whirlwind Lancer, Chili Academic, Graceful Assassin. Like, what's her that? She's like the She's gotta be ice powered. She's like the. Like the cracking blizzard. Revenge. Anyway. Revenge? This is about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Oh, fuck! I'm talking. Whoosh! The cracking storm, I like it. Her signature move is Cold Snap. Ooh, the Lash of Execution, I like that too. Her signature move is Cold Snap. That's what she does. And she just like her father, she can attack at range by cracking the whip, and it makes an air slice. A little bit of power creep. I'm talking. Raw. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. Ah! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Sveka!
Excellent job, Miss Manami. You'll get the hang of it. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor! That's it.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty, perhaps, maybe?
Oh, yes, yes, yes! Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
Wrong.
10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That girl, 10 minutes before the trial, told me that she herself was guilty. Maya, sorry.
Oh, raw.
That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? That was in PO. I don't know what the hell that means. Plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. Oh, the bids take 10 minutes at least. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Hamana 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 ooga.
You got amnesia in this trial, okay. Because the plea justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Bow. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. That's what she does at the start of battle. She does that, like, the little plie there and then puts her hand out. It's doing the cage, two, like, rapid cuts around. Defeat Von Karma. Watch! And then like a blizzard. Whoosh! She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. She's gonna be good or bad at her job? Seems like she'll probably be pretty good at her job. Witness, your name and occupation?
Yes, sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a deck at the local pre. Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ! I mean, god damn it, that hurt. I'm a local detective at the precinct. Oh my god.
I will not tolerate shortened words. You will speak fully. Now get to the point already.
God, that's what I was trying to do. Jesus Christ, that hurts.
Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please take a look at this map. Oh. Well, the channeling chamber has no windows, and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim, we'll put a little V down here, and the defendant, we'll put a little K down here. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir.
Yeah, they're M&Ms.
Channeling a spirit?
Quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. This one's me.
Yeah, it's got the yellow peanut M&M. It's like way off to the other side.
This one's me. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. I got a couple of Skittles here. Ah, that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over.
Diagram of the channeling chamber.
So, how was the victim killed? Oh, well, I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, then. Her battle is all about time.
The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Oh, jeez, could you point that picture the other way around? Freaks me out. Shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest, too. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
Oh, that would be good.
So the victim was stabbed before being shot. Makes sense to me. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir.
Dr. Gray.
Court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Yeah, you can look at the map, but I'm keeping the candy.
There she is. She's only 18? Damn. Became a prosecutor in Germany at age 13, a prodigy who has never known defeat. Franziska von Karma. Hang on, I gotta blow my nose. Okay. Cause of death. Alright. Shot was fired from point-blank range. Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Okay. Well, let's start pressing some of these. I don't really see anything instantaneously to present on. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it?
Well, thanks for turning that picture around. Much better. It was the victim's.
The victim? Now, why would he have... Oh! Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. You're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Time's ticking.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Ho ho! This case gets better and better. Yeah, along with the victims, the defendant, IFAs, were also on the grip, sir.
Oh shit, holy fuck, wow, they got fingerprints in this one? Wow, they don't got that in all of them, that's crazy.
One of these fingerprint cases, they pop up more and more these days, troubling times. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
I walked right into her hands there. Oh no, I would hate if my throat walked into her hands. Oh no. Anyway. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that?
Well, you know, point blank. It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Oh, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Damn. Yeah, snack.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? What? She casting a spell? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Her weakness!
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire. And that gets real hot, pal. Here, let me show you.
Pulls his gun out, cocks it.
Hey, can I get a volunteer? Anyway, there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead.
Wow, never knew that. Yeah, live and learn, I guess. Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with?
Fruit knife.
I see, and how did we come to know of its sexual orientation?
Not that it matters or anything. Oh, no. It's a knife for cutting fruit. It's not like a fruity knife or anything. Oh. Yes. It looks like it belonged to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it.
All over it, huh? Yes, of course. And they got there from holding it, sir.
Oh.
The judge doesn't know what fingerprints are. Look, this doesn't look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
How severe was it? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand.
Testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Notice that Critic November is almost over. That's wild. Yep, Toradora December, baby. Doug Walker December? Get this man out of my chat. What the fuck could Doug Walker December be? Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. Look, there's a 1 and a 2 written next to him on the body.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Grrr, what a pain. Smacka!
That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today.
Good, yes.
Very well, the court accepts them into evidence.
Pistol, murder weapon, was Gray's. 2 shots fired. Oh, 2 shots fired? Well, hold on, that fucking changes everything! I mean, I guess we knew that. I guess we did hear a bang bang, right? Bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Knife. Murder weapon. A small fruit knife. Belongs to the phase. Bears Maya's fingerprints. Oh, God. Zebra. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Yes, seems like an open and shut case. This does.
There we go. Thank you. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours and have that cute little girl up there say smacka. I think we've seen all we can see here. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
Yes. That's quite true. Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Even in the face of all of this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. Clock, 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 clock.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance.
This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. No! Justice for all! We would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen! Your Honor!
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal! Cold snap! You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective!
Yes, sir?
Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike.
Yes, sir. No, see here. Proceedings are run by...
Whatchap?
Yes, of course, ma'am. Go ahead, detective. Give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Oh, here comes the fucking Lotta Hart photo. Maya Fey with the knife in him, gun in her hand. Gray's holding up a sign that says Maya Fey killed me. Just gonna be a big ol' shoot. See, I told you I did it. Shoot.
Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Oh, not a lot of photo.
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. Back spray, that takes me back. Anyway, this piece directly links my fate to the crime, sir. I see. Fingerprints again. Ho ho! The court accepts this into evidence. No, it's the blood on there. All right, Mr. Wright.
Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters of her clothes. Could the situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. There's like 3 lines of dialogue here. I mean, we can't prove that. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't?
We can find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. Yes. If no struggle, you must snuggle. Yep, that's the saying.
Oh, God. He's getting worse by the moment.
So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, circumstances around this murder changed drastically.
We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal?
He invented cockcheck after visiting that elementary school. Do you remember that? That was another part of the lore. Because I think it was Edgeworth and Phoenix Teacher, I think, that had a cockcheck originally. And he happened to be he happened to be touring the school that day. And went, ho ho! I swear to God, go back. Go back and watch that flashback scene. He was there. There was some mention of cockcheck in that scene, and then the judge was like, ho ho!
I gotta write that down. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? I guess not. I ran out of tissues. I need another one. Suffering for my art.
Hers grandma.
This blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
Oh shit, no, the victim. Which one was that again? Was that the M&M or the Skittle?
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good.
So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well...
Oh! Shut the fuck up! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. She's trying to get the Skittles. I like the red ones. Mirakun likes the purple ones.
Ah, yes, Mrs. Von Karma is perfectly correct. As you know, court has a time limit.
Grr, now even the judge is on our side. If I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do?
Press.
Why is she suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why. Oh, there's another bullet hole on it. I didn't even see that shit before. Yeah, well, that's a pretty big piece of evidence. Oh. This is the thought that counts.
Mr. Wright. Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
There is one little thing. Your Honor! Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. It's a long street.
What? Well, what are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you are talking about?
Come this far. There's no turning back now. Problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. It's a garish color purple. That's this little finger hole, little like. Take that! I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? Oh, there is a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. It must have been moths from down at the precinct.
Hold on. What's this around the hole? It's not moths. It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like I found the hole I was looking for.
Hell yeah.
Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Holy fuck, a bullet hole? I thought it was moths.
There's a hole here. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. I need to blow my nose again. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Update! Yeah, sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir.
Nice.
The pre-sanctuary.
Yeah, he clicks his tongue and does a sick animation look. Grip. Oh, we got her. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds hard and firm. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. Disagree! How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
Well, I agree. It is a mistake on the part of the police. It's probably nothing. The evidence still stands.
Well, obviously this makes it clear that there was a fight. You have the emo elevator pitch for this one already? You're gonna hold on to it? Alright.
Yes, sir.
This might be jumping the gun. Detective Dick Gumshoe!
Yeah, what's up, pal? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. Everybody usually just says Dick... Dick Gum! Down at the old pre.
Watch! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Somebody give me a bandage, pal.
You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Oh my god, that stings. Yeah, I guess I did. Dick Gum, reporting for duty, pal.
And what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
I don't know. What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot.
I know something about firing off a shot, eh, Miss Manami?
What?
Yeah, jeez.
Is this not what it means to not fight back?
Oh, you're right! It's like Duck Goose down at the Prick. Dick Gum. It's always my turn. I'm always it. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
Ha! Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma?
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
I mean, yeah, for all we know, she could have stabbed first or something, and then he got a shot off, and doesn't necessarily prove that he attacked first. Just proves that there was a struggle. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ack!
Oh, now that you... Why, that's right!
Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
Shoot. Well, yes, I suppose that's true.
Bow. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
How so? So then after nap time, we all circle up to play Dick Gum.
Nap is short for like it's short for something. They don't actually have naps. Well, maybe they have naps.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Why I didn't even say anything?
Exactly. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day.
Anyway, here's your copy of Officer Pio. And your blue badger and your blue badger buckle. Oh, you mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Oh, Jesus Christ! Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Anchor whip. Alright, during the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. And Maya Fey stole it, and she saw it, and she missed. And Dr. Turnegray deflected it with his fist. Then Franziska Von Karma jumped into the air. Anchor point, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright.
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. While injured was injured and trying to get steady, Natsuno Minami came back with a machete. Oh my god! Natsuno-san! What? All the knives are dirty. She's like trying to cut a bagel. She's trying to split a bagel in half. Ah, steady. Well, bam! She got it. She got it perfectly. Alright. What a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim.
See, the dick always comes after the pre.
Nice.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess so.
This is the ultimate cock check of ultimate destiny. Big cock, small cocks. And explosions, as far as the judge can see. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Do it? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. She knows? I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique. Whoosh! Snack doesn't need a haircut anymore. He's not gotten good enough at dodging these yet. Like I said before, I am perfect. Coming out from the pre. Jesus Christ. This is what you people wanted! Oh, do Ace Attorney 2 says. Do Ace Attorney 2. It'll be so much fun. Big cock, small cocks, and discharge. Oh. Like I said before, I'm psychic. Locked up in the archives.
About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind, let's continue.
So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him.
But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Actually, I went to give him some blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, like that! Sorry.
Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for the day.
But a handgun?
He got off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
Oh, always the black market. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. Two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt.
Oh, for now.
Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. Big cock, small cock, San Francisco.
The biggest cock in the pre. Well, the victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Doesn't have to be like this. Comes right. Even me? I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Oh, damn, that's it, huh? Damn, I was wondering if we maybe had like a... Oops! That was the wrong button. Your Honor! What do you think about this?
Not sure I follow.
It clearly, contradicts the, I thought... Shoot.
No. You pressed the wrong button, Mr. Wright. Sick or not, objection denied.
I was wondering if maybe like we had like a height profile or something like that on Mimi. I mean, we are talking about this could potentially be presentable. Even an amateur can fire a gun, Mirakun, oh my god. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Wait. Did we not establish that Maya Fey was channeling at the time? In like another pressing? I guess we're not saying that while channeling she's like unconscious. It's just that she could be bigger. With the nurse's bill, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. Yeah, it's a good voice clip. Let me like push on to the very end because sometimes you get a different thing if you like finish the statements. Did I press this one? Okay, yeah, we did. Bow. Okay. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot. Because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. She hit him with the fish tank. What's the press for this one say again? I mean, if we're... Oops. If there are... Like, their argument relies on the fact that, like... Oh, yeah, they were too close, so of course he missed. But then, you know, she was point blank and she didn't miss. I don't know. I don't think that does anything for me, but... During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. I'm not sure... I think this is what I need to present on, but I'm not sure what to present with. Because this is what she's pushing back on. It's the middle of a channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With a nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. And again, like, if we had, like, if the profile mentioned, like, a height or a size or anything, you know, that would make sense to me to present. Who was it? Did I accidentally present Eenie, or did I accidentally present Mimi? I don't remember. Researching for her older sister, Mimi died in a car accident. There's also the folding screen with the bullet hole in it. Holding Eenie in Mimi's hands. No, this one was because it was that was I presented by accident, and I truly was not even really looking at who I was presenting. I know that Eenie is the alive one, Because of Eenie fucking Dance. I just don't remember who I was on when I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Eenie Dance. Stabbed in chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Two shots fired bears Maya and Grace's fingerprints. Wasn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she killed him with the fish tank.
That's too big. Then the piano. That's even bigger.
That one also does get the dots. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Unless we're just, like, looking at her because, like, yeah, she's gonna hurt her. I'm gonna try to present Mimi on here and see what happens. Okay, never mind. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Stop talking about blood. You can get away with such flimsy reasoning. Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. Yeah, could have.
What do you guys want then, Yu-Gi-Oh?
Hmm. I am truly not sure here. It's probably just something very simple I'm not realizing. Hey, thanks, Zebra. I mean, I don't think I'm presenting the folding screen. That seems like a, oh, but where did the first shot end up or something? I can look at the 4 plans, I can't, but Gumshoe won't hand over the Skittles. I think Natsuno ate them all. I think the victim was on, I think the V was on the left and the K was on the right. I mean, if that was the case, if V for victim on the left, K for killer on the right. Look at Edgeworth again? No, I don't have a picture of him. Goodbye and good night to Zebra, who's getting cozy in his bed. If the victim was on the left and the killer was on the right, and the screen is on the right where the bullet hole is, I mean, like it would make sense that yes, the victim would have shot first, you know, to the right of the diagram here and hit the thing, but I don't know if this is the right time to present that. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. I mean, this is getting into semantics. He didn't technically miss. He did hit the jacket, right? I mean, it didn't, like, hit her directly. Oh, it's the sleeve, right? Yeah, I also don't think that's it, but like... Didn't miss. The medium physically changes. Would that also change her fingerprints? I mean, obviously it changes them physically in like stature and size and booba. Would that also change your fingerprints? I don't know what that would do for me if that were true. This first line is also... During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Do I have anything that would contradict that? Murder weapon. A small fruit knife. Belongs to the Fays. Bears Maya's fingerprints. Right. Yeah, I'll try again. I swear I've tried it a couple of times and it just says the same thing. He's just like, oh, I have to find a contradiction. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. So I think it is related to this first statement, because that's also where we get the red highlighted words with channeling and Kurain School of Technique. Maifei was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. But I feel like I feel like I'm looking for something that would prove or that would show the nurse's build, but I don't have anything like that. I'm pretty sure. I can't use this mid-trial, can I? The last thing, what, in his testimony? While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot. Because they were too close, he missed. Don't think magic is admissible in court yet? Shoot. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. He's also arguing that the victim was fighting back after getting stabbed in the chest. And I don't know how to, like... I don't know how to articulate the impossibility of that, kind of. Also, what's up, Tamal? Murder weapon, small fruit knife, belongs to the phase. Bears Maya's fingerprints. I mean, I guess I'll take a hint at this point. Consider the piano. Oh. What are we saying the gun shot at? Maybe we are presenting the folding gate then. Because, so if we're absolutely saying that he stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. So he was absolutely, like, 2 shots were fired. 1 had to be in him, right? I mean, unless we're saying he just bled out. But that can't be, if he's absolutely had a bullet hole in it. So then the first shot must have... So either this... Either or a combination. I'm gonna try presenting the folding screen here. I don't... feels like a shot in the dark. It does? I don't see it. Fuck. saying the gun shot at? So maybe he didn't die by gunshot, is that what we're saying? So Maya and Gray both touched the gun. I guess that's true. I mean, we've got the folding screen. We've got the autopsy report. And we've got the costume. I'm just not understanding what they want me to present where. Yeah, I'll take another hint. Especially since if I fuck up again, I'm gonna die. They're gonna throw the book at me. And not P.O. It's gonna be one of those big heavy law books. It's an evidence description we're looking at. Okay, 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. Don't think so. Diagram of Faye Manor. No. Mimi Meanie, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Probably not. About 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. Okay. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. That seems important. Oh, that's a good point, Kingo. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole seems important. How big did they say the knife was? I don't remember. So, I mean, what I'm thinking is... I don't know. I mean... that he got stabbed, which Gumshoe says himself was, like, really fucking... gonna take him really out of it. So he had enough to pull out his gun, take the safety off, fire it. About 8 inches off the ground. I mean, that seems important that it specifically is about 8 inches off the ground, but no, they don't talk about anybody being on the ground, do they? Took the victim's gun. It's an evidence description we're looking at. We're looking for a contradiction between gunshots. Well... So, I mean, the contradiction would be that, they talk about how there was gunpowder residue around the bullet hole, presumably somewhere on his body, wherever he was shot, because he was fired at point-blank range. They also talked about how Maya's clothing smelled of gunpowder. So what did that bullet do? Well, I mean, I think clearly that bullet must have hit this. Because if it's far away, it wouldn't have the gunpowder residue around it, right? Which only occurs at point blank. But they're saying that both this and the victim's body had the gunpowder residue around the bullet hole. Oh, so, wait, did I not... I swear, did I not try this? So it would be Maya's costume, right? Because they were too close, he missed. So if they were too close, how come this has the residue on it? I swear I tried this. Hey, I guess not. Missing the tiny hole on this costume. And also that I did want to present this object as like, well, he missed, but clearly he hit. I would have, if I had just done that as a lol, I would have stumbled on the right answer. God damn it. Hey, alright. Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Smacka. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Oh, but I thought they did say... Oh, he said it smelled like gunpowder. Whatever. Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Is it a ref to the bleach in court thing? Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just that I knew that Soul Society was something from Bleach. I don't really know too much more about it than that. It smell like gunpowder no matter what, probably, yeah. I really don't know much more than that Soul Society is something from Bleach. And that, I don't know, it's kind of like what Maya is. Oh! Or the bound art was invoked in a court of law. Is that real? I did not know that. It's quoted in Young Thug's Rico trial. That's wild. No, I did not know it went that deep. That's pure coincidence. It was just a continuation of my the people versus blank bit. I guess my other issue, I mean, I think like, so like if this were Danganronpa, where they would show you the body, and you could see the gunpowder residue on the person's body, I think then it would be a little more obvious that like, hey, there's no gunpowder on this thing. I mean, because like clearly there isn't. But like because you can't see what they want you to compare it to, I think makes it a little more difficult for sure. Truly humbled under God. That's raw. Whoa! But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume! Yeah, the gunpowder residue. Holy fuck, wow, I don't even know what that looks like. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? I zoned out. Talking about Bleach or something? Means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, MPW. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Oh yeah, the already bleeding out and dying victim pushed him away. No. As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far. Oh, got her. Coolmathgames.com, but raw. Sweating. Sis16 sweat. Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. Uno reverse card.
That does make an awful lot of sense. I believe the last thing I heard.
Oh, that's kind of like this guy in this Fire Emblem game my boyfriend was playing recently. I'd remember his name if I paid more attention.
What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I gotta be careful. Can't afford to make a mistake here. I'm one shot away from death. She looks so vulnerable. Yeah, something probably doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor.
Fatal? Flaw? Ouch!
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. Has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot? Alright. Let's see here. I mean, is the contradiction just that the knife is really small? She put some distance, and that while she was preparing to strike, that's when he shot. So yeah, she would have stabbed him, pushed him down, I guess. He shot. While she was far back. Well, I'm thinking it's either the knife, or I'm thinking maybe now it's the folding screen. God, I wish I could read her lines again. I think it is the folding screen. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Gah! Oh, she does look so vulnerable. Ah! It looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Oh, who? Where? What?
Mr. Wright,
Your explanation, please!
are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. Passed through at the height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Of course. Praying. Holy fuck, wow, God, that's fucking wild.
Order, order! This changes everything!
Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was... yeah, we had this like 40 minutes ago. Give me those M&Ms! The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Pointing. Somewhere around here. Oh, Fletcher's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, a way to think. What do you mean? I got that wrong? Am I supposed to say that she would have been over here then? Oh, maybe over here, like lighting the candle? Well, that angle doesn't make sense. Unless it does. I'm gonna say, like, here. Wait a second! They got Foursquare? You guys ever play Foursquare? I love playing Foursquare back in elementary school. Stuffs the evidence. And another thing! We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Slam, slam. Foursquare was fun. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? No. I already tried to point that out and the judge said it was wrong. It's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Gah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... Smack, smack.
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
Oh, it changes everything. He struck first. Maybe. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen. Maybe taking a piss or something. I do that sometimes.
Yep. I mean, no. God, gross. No. Anyway, if Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Well, yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. I don't pee in the corner either.
Figuring things out and proving the logic beyond everything is your job.
Goof!
Alright. With this, the rest of the trial should be in the Tisk, tisk, tisk. Oh, MPW. I have another ace up my sleeve.
Blast radius of disaster.
You are such a smart man, MPW. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be the smarmy smile? What, Jack? Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic?
How was it all my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Watch! She whips it off. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Damn, still getting his pay docked.
Punishment?
Yeah. Well, it's not a waste of her time for her to do it. Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. and then Franziska von Karma takes her whip, and she directs Gub to get off the stand, and then she twirls her whip around, and then whack crack, and slaps her whip down so hard that she opens up a fucking tear in the space-time continuum, and out walks Lotta fucking Hart. Oh, did somebody call? She can do that.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
Smacker. To be continued. Yeah. June 21st, 11:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Alright, question of the day. Should we keep going? I know it's only been 2 hours. How much more of the trial do we think there is? Let's keep going. Fuck it. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Yeah, we should try to get through Lotta. I don't know if there'll be like a second day of like investigation and trial. It feels like there could be. Cause they gotta get to like Mimi. I feel like there's a lot to come up still. There's gotta be another day of investigating. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. Oh, that was me. Yeah. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Oh. There's 2 always except for the tutorial? Oh, okay. Woohoo! Thanks. Wait, tricked? Yep, November's the month for tricks after all. It's June! Yep, month of tricks. That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, shoot. Guess there's no escaping her, huh? Yeah, you know, her photograph, it's me. I've got the gun and knife in my hand. I wrote in blood that I murdered him. Yeah, it's not a good look for us, Nick. Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me, though. If you lose, me and my sister's ghosts will come after you and haunt you. Meh. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Oh! Look at her. Oh! Looking at her is reminding me that they confirmed Uta for One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 DLC, and that's so wonderful. I mean, it was obvious, like, we knew it. But, like, and they started showing little gameplay clips of her. I think the coolest part about it is there's apparently... It must be a separate DLC pack you gotta buy or something, but you can play all of the, like, the Uta songs during the maps. Which is pretty fucking sick. Like, I would consider buying that. Yep, we're doing it at Mia's cleavage. Yep. Mystic Mia, how do you know about Big Spuzzins Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. June 21st, 11:43 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Holy fuck, oh my god, you hear they put Uta in Pirate Warriors.
Court will now reconvene. Now the first order of...
Crack! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Big Spuzzin' Mia. Oh, she was so nice to little Pearly. Yeah, she got her all kinds of little treats and clothes and stuff. Yep, she got that big lawyer money. Yep, they played all kinds of games. Yep. She knew all the games too. Oh, and she would always win. She was so smart.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Whip Rift! Hwa-chow! Oh, holy shit! They played all kinds of games! Witness. Your name and occupation, if you please. Oh, hey, Phoenix! How you doing? Just fine. Oh, sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Oh, Jesus Christ! Name and occupation. I do declare, what in tarnation? I will whip rift you back to the Stone Age. Name and occupation. We are so back. I will whip rift you back where you came from. And you just hear faint, like, she like opens up a whip rift and you hear the Velt music like playing through. Doom, doom, doom. No, please! I'll testify. A lot of heart. This here's violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Oh, Jesus Christ! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. I wonder what she says in the Japanese. If she just say like baka 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 or something. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. Oh, this courtroom was built on violence. Violence and cock check. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify.
No, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Oh, Jesus!
Whipped. Mirakun, Mirakun, I need your hat for safety at work. There's lots of danger. Violence at the cock check, yeah. Raw. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of going through cock check? Anyway, a lot of heart, ladies and gentlemen. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Checking your goddamn cocks? No. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. That was raw, by the way. Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around, shouting, I killed him! I killed him! I'm Maya Fey! I killed him! I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place?
Reckon course. Reckon course. It's short for you reckon. Of course I did. I've been picking up shortening language from old Dick Gum. Oh, Jesus Christ! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? How goddamn incriminating is this picture going to be? It's going to be hilariously incriminating. It's going to look so bad for us. Let's see here. Oh, this here's the picture. Alright. This isn't... I can work with this. Kind of on the other side of the room from where we had initially positioned her. But you can't see her face, so... Yay! At least she's not holding up a big fucking Looney Tunes ass sign that says, I did it, I'm Maya Fey, I killed him. We're gonna have to life, laugh, law our way out of this one. Okay.
It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room.
Lada's photo. Did she not take 2 pictures, though? I swear, I remember there being like, ch. Brain's mid blasting out. Yeah, yeah. Maya sees it. Oh God, is he gonna be okay, Nick? Maya, no. Oh, shoot. The slang word cock rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper word penis. Do you agree? Is that a new Fall Out Boy song? Are you ready, MPW? I'll clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Yep, a lot of heart here. I swear my lot of heart accent was better in the first game. Oh, still only 1 HP? I didn't, like, drink a fucking Coke out there and get any health back? Use a lot of Baccas. Alright, Iron Man mode here. Alright, well obviously, I mean, there were 2 gunshots, so that's might be something to press on. And present on. Was it really only those 2 that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there, were you not? Irk! Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the 2 of them? Yeah, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only 2 that went into the room.
Hold on! We can't have the defense testifying against its own client!
Anyway, folks, only the 2 of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you, witness? Continue. Oh, we're never gonna miss again. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Irk! Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. PW? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. Why are we here listening to the defense testify?
We really could have been a witness, for sure. The world just becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know, and I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Did I really break the door? So let me get this straight, this Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, MPW, why don't you tell us what happened then?
Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry, ma'am.
You heard the gunshot in AA1? Oh, yeah, that's right. The one that was almost Christmas. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for your apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. I mean, you know, I could always just go look at cock check footage again.
I'll take that as a good sign. Yeah. She thought it was aliens. It was at the lake that was not a lake, and it was a fake lake, and it was not Christmas. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Hey, what's up, Will? You're getting in your bed. Ooh, okay. I mean, you really can't be sure. You can't even see her face. Lada, please think back to that day one more time. Oh, what you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? Honestly, no.
I was murdered.
Click. Lotta, at a time like this? Hey, thanks for hanging out, Will. Have a good night's sleep. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not, am I correct? Well, you see, holy fuck, she didn't even know it was she.
Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony.
Yes, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, MPW. Oh! Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Shoot.
Doesn't look good for you, MPW.
Even the judge?
Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly. Rats! And I'm trapped like one. Again! I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? Such a good person. Rings out through the courtroom. It's Snack's ringtone. Sorry. But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about? But yeah, behind the folding screen. Under the floorboards! What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? That's your ringtone? Well, you know, I don't know. Who else is it gonna be? Oh, Rhett Given! Huh? What in the... Rhett Given, you know, you reckon? That's a given. I took a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen.
If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. Are you perhaps free after this? Do you have any plans or anything like that?
Just hear like a,
no! Please have that man taken out of this court.
I had a good Rhett Given. Oh, what? You got a problem?
Rhett Given, I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as Rick. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Now then, MPW, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? No nonsense. Judge shooting his shot. He's getting back on the scene. You know, in preparation for the next trial where everybody hits on that cop. Who is so goddamn hot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Smacka.
Enough. Seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. Hey, Nick, it rhymes!
It does indeed rhyme. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant.
What am I gonna do? If I just let this go?
What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say.
I certainly do. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Well, I don't know if I have anything I can present. I mean, I certainly think I'm going to need to argue that when channeling, I mean, we already kind of established that when channeling, their appearance changes, and we know from firsthand experience that when a spirit takes Maya's body, they look, Maya transforms into that person. He's holding a shotgun in his mouth. Oh my god. She's throwing the horns. Yeah, she's doing that like the "Hey Nick" pose. Like, huh? Let's see. Oh, I think it's the left arm that has the bullet holes, so I can't see that from this angle. I mean, I think I'm gonna say can't present anything yet. It's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. Yeah, he really is Yamcha posing. Didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence yet. Smacker! That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? Oh no, did I fuck up?
I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible.
I told you, totally 100% impossible.
Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness?
Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed.
What about the defense? No further questions, I presume.
I couldn't protect Maya. The defense... Oh! Phoenix. Oh! Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. Oh! A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Ah! Jesus Christ, you can't do this! Oh, come on! You can't put fucking Booba Mia Fey in the 8-year-old's body! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Mia, you can't do this. Your tits are just out there. Oh my god. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? These clothes are a little small, huh? Oh god, I'm in Pearl's body. Oh, Jesus. But also that Pearl's was next to us in at the booth, I guess. Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! I was murdered. What? Click. Oh, you might need a lawyer now. And she just like evaporates out. There's one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Smack her!
Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period.
Please wait, Your Honor, and God, don't look next to me.
The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time.
Overruled. Shoot. Well, that's all I got. What happened?
I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, Oh, Jesus!
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Why would you allow this? Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. Oh, hubris. And what better time for this than for you to see that? Just, huh?
I have some place I must go after this. Lotta, dinner? Dinner at 8, huh, Lotta?
What?
God, Jesus! All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony.
Oh, well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See? You got through to the judge somehow, right? That guy's real fucking gross. I can feel his eyes on me right now. Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Witness's account, part 2. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was, kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Nothing sounds different from before.
Some parts of her testimony were very vague. Should press her on those sections. Amuse me with your useless questionings, MPW. I'm waiting. Well, if Pearly has small boobs, then I do too, because we wear the same size channeling robe. Oh, God! Mia, please, Jesus Christ, somebody get her a scarf or something. So what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. Oh!
A different person?
She may have seemed like a different person. However, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear.
Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else?
I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Oh, Phoenix. Hey, I reckon that's possible. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose was it, MPW?
Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Ouch!
What if that killed me? Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, that would mean that Maya Fey is, in fact, dead. Even Maya like, Nick, I'm not dead, am I? And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? I might be dead! Nick? Nick, help! Am I dead? Maya, you're not dead. Oh, thank God. But I did kill him. No, you didn't! Oh, shoot, right. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. This is just personal. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. Ouch! MPW. Would it kill you to stay on topic for a change?
Well, would it, Mr. Wright?
Nice. Tag team in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. They couldn't write this game today. If this was today, he'd be like, guess I should be grateful it's not caught in 4K HD digital or something, you know? Yep. They couldn't make this game today. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. 2, right? Two what? 2 shots. I remember I brought this up earlier. Remember? I was like, didn't you take 2 pictures? It wasn't like gadoosh, gadoosh. You took 2 shots.
But only 1 has been submitted as evidence. Only but 1 but 2? But how can there be only 1 but 1?
Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? Holy fuck, she took 2, but they only show 1? Is it just me or does that 8-year-old have massive fucking titties all of a sudden? Guy, why are you looking at her? Oh my god, she does have big... Oh, Jesus, why am I looking at it now? You've got it all wrong, it's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Oh, well, at least she knows herself.
And why have you not shown us this other picture?
Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. Oh! Whoa! Stinky! Uh-oh! Big Stinky! Von Karma! Oh my god, Big Stinky! God, I can't help but look at that fucking 8-year-old's tits.
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. This is so unbecoming of a prosecutor in this country. I'm just kidding, of course.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. I don't want to get whipped. I'm on 1 health. I'm so mad that even my throat's clenching up. Better let the judge handle this. Smecca.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you D? Pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. But more trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it.
Lotus photo 2.
Oh! Well.
If we didn't have, what'll we have here? Some massive fucking honky donkey memories. Yep. I've known them if I see them. Yep. Miss Von Karma, how could you not submit this as evidence? I'm gonna need a copy of this. What is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey.
Holy fucking shit, you're right, oh my god.
What is the meaning of this?
Might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Insist! 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 Your Honor! As you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I can see that. Her titties are much larger than that of the girl. It's not just her face, her whole body is taking on a different appearance. I should install a memory machine to go along with cock check.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow, this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Holy fuck, wow, that's insane. How do you think they got in? That lady can make whip portals, maybe somebody else can.
Order, order, order! Hell yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. You are the last person who spoke. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it! You're too soft.
Huh?
You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix.
Mia?
Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. Tisk, 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 tisk. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma, what do you mean?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Duh! Hucka!
They're much closer to that of that 8-year-old over there.
How come you have a picture of a what? But you were not. How about what? This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? Like, look at that cleavage. It's gotta be.
What's up? She looks this way because she's obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Holy, the Von Karma, like, whoosh. Holy Jesus Christ, oh my God, that guy's jerking off over there. Well, don't look at me, it's not me, Snack Attack 8. It's unbelievable that she can grow her breasts like that. Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Oh my God, wow, Jesus Christ, somebody get some tissues over here. No, I said it wasn't you. I said it wasn't you, Snack. It was somebody else. Miss Von Karma, a word, if I may?
But Mia?
Oh God, why? Talking to Kami from DBZ, who's also here with Mr. Popo, apparently now. Mia, you probably don't want to bring attention to yourself. Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. The 8-year-old with the large rack has a point. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. Show him a pair of fucking titties and you rule the world.
She's got a point.
I don't even have a single witty line. Looks like we've been had.
Smecca. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. But an erection is an erection.
Where are we? Who am I? Why is it this way?
Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. I think Natsuno's gone home for the day. She's had enough of this. If I slip up and say something wrong, it'll cost me. Well... Well, this is interesting. There's no bullet hole in the... in her cloak. And also that obviously she looks like, Meanie. Yeah, Mimi. I think I can prove it. Your Honor! Ho ho! The fire has returned to your eyes, I see! Let me just make a safety save, though, real fast. Anyway, Natsuno-san's back from the bathroom. Let's continue. Sorry. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange about so we can either go with her face, but I'm thinking it's the bullet hole. There's no bullet hole in the jacket. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. Exactly. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Holy fuck, you're right. There's no bullet hole in there. Hey, is that guy over there green? That can't be right?
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. In my office. Alone.
I don't like the sound of that, but it's not my responsibility. This should do some major damage to her argument. And perhaps maybe we should call the cops on the judge here. Jesus Christ, he's out of control. Don't celebrate yet. I like this side view of Mia.
It looks different.
You like to bring down the mood, don't you? The judge is a psychopath. He's insane. Von Karma can handle herself, it's fine. Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Tisk, 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 tisk. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. It is pretty funny.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth. She knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. Yeah, the pearl hair looks nice. Like, if you cover her body and, like, just look at her head, like, yeah. It's an interesting look for her. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. Gulp! Crack! I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion.
Poor Gumshoe.
Mecha.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
I'm wondering if this is all going to end up somehow being a big setup from Morgan Fay. I'm thinking she's going down in the end. So obviously now we know that. I mean, so either there's a second costume hidden or something, or like I'm thinking. So 2 bullets were fired. One hit the folding screen. The other was obviously used by the ghost to murder. Well, maybe not obviously, but like probably. Yes, we know. We do know that for sure because it's the autopsy report. So then I'm thinking maybe because then like Morgan's like, oh, yo, get out of here. I'll take care of everything. Then maybe she like burned a hole in the sleeve or something. Because it really looks more like a burn. I mean, you know, it looks like a cigarette or like a cigar burn or something like that, you know? I mean, I suppose it would maybe be, you know, maybe look similar to a bullet hole, I guess, but like considering that like this hole looks definitely more like singed compared to the bullet hole in the folding screen, which looks, I mean, I don't know, it's a smaller res, so it, you know, it maybe looks more like round. I definitely think Morgan Fay is gonna get played into this. I think she's going down somehow. I think she as she set up Maya to go to jail so that her daughter could be the prize jewel or something, maybe like that. Researching parapsychology, like she probably, like Eni was probably invited by Morgan, like it's gotta be, it's all gotta come back to her. I mean, obviously Mimi did the murdering. I mean, that's what it seems like right now anyway. And I don't know how we're gonna convict a ghost. So like, there's gotta be like we're gonna get Maya off, but like, I guess nobody has to necessarily go to jail. I mean, again, we can't convict a ghost. Unless she's not dead, somehow. And she's been in hiding or something like that. I don't know. The judge is confused by the strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you got into this one shot, alright? God, please don't say load in that while you look like that. And in this courtroom. Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor! There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. This picture is a fake. The bullet hole was made later. The shooter is someone else. The bullet hole was made later. The hole was created much later, after the murder took place.
After the murder?
Hey! Those 2 gunshots we heard before we broke in. Or did you forget? Or there were 2. Is that how it went? Shoot. Shoot.
Guilty.
Holy fuck, wow, they really just, like, threw it all away there at the end, huh? This game's brutal. Alright, where the fuck are we? Oh, we're not so far back. The shooter is someone else! The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether! What? Holy wow! I thought maybe they just like singed a bullet hole in the sleeve later or something. Order! 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 Order is not restored. I will suspend this trial. Oh, Jesus Christ! Triple whip slash. The defense's argument is a complete mess. So vulnerable. No bullet hole, Mia titties. Just shut up. I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Well, there was no other fingerprints on the gun, so I feel like that's going to be the first thing that's going to get brought up. No! Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Oh, look, sis, you're looking mighty scary. Why don't we see you? Oh, Jesus! I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. Throw me that gay knife. Let me at her. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it literally all I want to do is cry? Well, the person in the picture is not the defendant. And this poses two very big questions. That's right! Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. Can't believe that everybody's saying my first and last name. Had enough yet, MPW? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Me would always turn things around and change your perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle! Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true... Yeah, MPW, you gotta get this right. Smacka! Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. So, I mean, it seems like at this point, it seems pretty clear that there's a second entrance into the room behind the folding fan or whatever. Well, we know that there's potentially another key. Also, I thought about this earlier, but I didn't say anything. The fact that this says, like, Fey Manor Guide Map, partial, like, there's more to the manor. Gotta be, right? There's gotta be another side of the channeling chamber. Two of these feel like very similar answers. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. I think this is where we're going to show the key. I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you're doing. I think it is the court that should be sighing at you! Fuck.
Off with her head this time.
Okay, so did I select the right thing and present the wrong evidence, or... Phoenix, you can't just give up like that. But, Mia! Rethink things one more time. There has to be an explanation. But before we broke in, the third person was already in the room. What if Maya had left that room somehow? So these are the same thing. I'm really not sure what to present here. Oh, well this is good. Well then, maybe this is when we present the key, because... So maybe there is only one key, and it should be weird that Pearl had it. Okay, there we go. What would I have presented under the other circumstance then to get the correct answer? Or was that also just a trap? Well, yeah, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix right.
Yes?
Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but... why is that key currently in your possession?
Oh, shit, fuck, what do you mean?
Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah! Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding on to it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. A certain tiny little girl with hair up in a little bow tie like a bunny ears and a little vest and oh god. Well, she was standing next to me and oh god. Mia, please. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That we know of. Holy fuck, was that the little girl that's next to him that's now like 40 and has big titties? Everybody comments on it. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! Oh my god, I thought it was a duplicate key. I thought that's the angle they were going for. No, it was just the same one.
Seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Oh, it's getting late. Miss Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case! How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Says 16 Sweat. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. Whoosh! I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. Smacker.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. In a different courtroom, because we're going to have to burn this one down. Everybody here will stay for mind erasing.
The 32-hit whip rush raw. Smacker. Yep, 1:30 and I'm done for the day. Miracoon, I'm coming home. He doesn't get off till 5. Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? I mean, oh god, oh, that's unfortunate. Hey, I think that's where we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it a stream here.
Another courtroom bites the dust. Yeah, they'll have a new one built by next week.
Well, gang, we did it. We got through the first day of court, and we only struggled a lot.
I think...
Man, it was rough. It didn't refill your health after that, after the break. We have to erase evidence that tonight ever happened. Yeah, that was a tricky one, though, for sure. Oh, it was incredibly dire. We should all be in jail for sure, for sure. But, like, you know, good stream. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow with, more Super Mario Wonder. Maybe the last stream of that? Maybe? I was talking to Pixel and I was like, hey, how much of Mario Wonder do you think is left? He was like, that's tricky. If you were to do it in one, it would definitely be a long one. And I was like, oh, interesting. So I don't know. We'll see how it feels. We'll see how it develops. If I don't do like a death stream and grind it out, then I'm thinking we'll do it in 2, but then maybe after we're done, because it won't take like a full stream session. Then maybe after that we'll do the Maybe then we'll update the Sizz stream tier list or something. Because we have a couple of games we can add. Because we're definitely not finishing this. Or maybe I could just get started with something else. Should I make the decision? Because I feel like I could finish the RE4 DLC in 2 to 3 weeks. Hey, here's another thing. I may not be able to. I may not stream the week after Christmas, Tuesday, December 26th and 27th, because I have to work. I'm gonna probably have to work both those nights. And like probably won't be getting like done at work, you know, until maybe like 9 or 10 o'clock. 9 at like the earliest, maybe. I don't know. I'm still kind of writing the schedule for that week. It's a tricky one. So I don't know. Those ones could be on hold, but it's definitely possible that those could get kiboshed. So I don't know. We'll see. I've got options. So we'll either if I do decide to do Mario Wonder in 2 streams, then we'll either like fuck around on the Sizz stream tier list, or maybe I'll like hop right into the Resident Evil 4 DLC, which I think I want to do. I want to clear that out. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But tomorrow night we're playing Mario Wonder. We'll see how much of it. Either way, next Tuesday, I'll be back for more Ace Attorney. We'll continue the trial, or the investigation. We'll head back to the manor. Big yawn. Hey, big love, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Big love.